Alright. Perfect. I'm in 3 places at once. This is the coolest thing ever. Until now. Alright. Bear with me. I gotta, hold on, I'm like doing stuff. Just bear with me. There's like cool shit going on in the sky. Boop. I can't tell for sure. Alright. Now look at that. There's the moon. I don't know if that's Venus or Mars. It's one of the two. I don't know. My gut's telling me it's Venus. Because I feel like Mars is redder. But at the same time, like, considering the relation between Mars and the moon right now, like, I don't know. It could go either way. It actually would make more sense if it was Mars, but either way, it's a good sign. Why? What does it mean? Well, I just had a Venus return last week. And my lady friend had a Venus and Mars return a couple days after. So about a week later, there's the planet. I mean, I don't have another fucking Mars return until November. Yeah, the last Mars return I had was like, that was intense. And it was weird how I even came to find out that it was happening. It was really cool. There's this chip. It's called the One Chip Challenge. It's like the hottest chip in the world, so they say. So my brother had gotten me one And we were supposed to do it together, but it was taking so long. I was like, you know what? I got to just do this on my own. Because I like those one chip challenge chips because they're so fucking hot. So what I'll do is, like, I'll fucking chomp that motherfucker down, and then I'll just lie down in bed and just fucking... Ugh. Oh my god, it hurts so much. It's like... They used to be Carolina Reaper pepper chips, but then they started mixing them, Carolina Reaper and Scorpion pepper chips. And back in 2019, he and I had done it, and wow, holy moly. But once you hit the come down, once you start to come down, like the endorphin rush on that is like, whoa, that was magic. If you like spicy stuff, I like to use it for clearing out energy blocks. Eat spicy ass food. This shit, it hurts. It fucking hurts. The reason it's good is that because it hurts. So when you're in that like hyper sense of like physical pain, you start thinking about things that you can't solve, problems, challenges, because you're in an altered state of consciousness because of the fucking amount of physical pain melting your face off. So goddamn hot that your tears actually burn your eyeballs. It hurts to piss. Like, it doesn't hurt to pee, but you can feel it. It's like, whoa. I definitely had some spicy stuff. That doesn't normally happen. That's warm. So, but there's something good about it. I don't know. It's just like, even the fucking the burning tears. Oh, dude, I fucking rubbed that shit in my eye once. Oh my god. I didn't think I was gonna see it again. Speaking of. Yeah, that shit fucking... It felt like my fucking eyeball was melting. But... but... I ate that chip down. And then I just lied in bed. I think it lasts for a good like 15, 20 minutes. And while I was lying there, I was just kind of letting my mind just go wherever it wanted. And I had this thing coming up with my ex-brother-in-law where I just kept on seeing him like wanting to beat me up and hurt me and make me feel bad. And I'm watching this, and I hate feeling like that because like I feel that. Like I feel that. And that it hurts my feelings, it makes me scared, it just doesn't feel comfortable. But I realize what's going on, so I'm like, all right, man, we just gotta fucking push through this shit. Just fucking hit it. Go. And I think it ended with us having like this really awesome kung fu battle that I ended up winning because I could be in multiple places at one time. And like I mean, back in the old days, I probably would have said that he was more like the Vegeta to my Goku, if anything. Maybe even Yamcha. I think I was my own Vegeta and Goku. Yamcha. But after I pushed through all that, after that fear turned into courage, turned into like strength, I started having this flashback to this fucking scary time when when I punched my baby son in the chest. Pinched his butt. Fuck his baby balls. And I started to think to myself, like, this is sick. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Are you out of your fucking mind? What the fuck is wrong with you? And that part of me, like, I've held like a really hard thing about that for a long time. That's like a really calcified thing. No, he didn't die. Grew up fine. I think. I haven't seen him in 5 years. Go figure. Yeah, we also shook him once. He fell off the bed once, smashed his face in the floor. It was a mess. Like, I was a mess. She'd go to work on the weekends. I'd be sleeping till like fucking noon. 'Cause I was so hungover from the night before. I was drinking rum and cokes all night. Being a parent and a full-time drinker, like, that's not easy. I mean, I was good. I never drank with him when it was just me and him. I'd want to. But I usually kept the drinking in my pot. Unless she was home. Unless she was home. I didn't fuck around while I was with him. I mean, I'd have hangovers and shit. I'd be like fucked up from my hangover from the night before. But but that came into my mind, and I don't like looking at that, let alone talking about it, especially like on a platform like this. Like, yeah, it's good. I don't like that. But how better to face it than to face it? You know what I mean? And I mean, I see it as like an almost reverse Abraham, Isaac and Abraham. Ugh. But I paid myself back for it. Physical abuse and I aren't strangers. When I used to abuse my dog, what I used to think, the thoughts that would come to my mind, the story that was playing out in my mind was, holy shit. It was just telling me why. Huh. Ain't that some shit? Oh, totally. That is totally Venus, because Mars is right there, and Mars is like fucking blood red. Yeah, you can tell because it's like red. That is so fucking cool. It's one thing to see them on charts, but to see them in person, that's a whole different story. What does that mean? What it means is a lot fucking cooler than looking at them on a chart. Actually, You see all the cool shit. I know. It's like so unfair. Why? Because Venus and Mars are boyfriend and girlfriend. That's his lady friend. They got babies. They got twin sons. The god of Phobos and Deimos, the god of terror, the gods of terror and fear. They stay with dad. That is so awesome. Yeah, there was one day when I was in Lancaster over the winter. There was one day, I think it was like late February. Yeah, I think it was like February. Yeah, it might have been like February 26th. February 26th? Does that make sense? Might actually have been that day. But, I walked out of the store one night and I look over and there's it was the moon, Jupiter, and Mars, and Venus. Luckily, a friend of mine had posted something about it and I saw it. I was like, holy shit, dude. Fucking awesome. So then I took out, I opened up my astrology app and it showed them like boom, 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 right next to each other. And it was cool to look up and go, holy shit. They're lined up just like they are on the chart. I knew astrology was real. I don't know if you can see him though. See, Mars is too small. Mars is like real far away, so, but it's like right underneath. I think that's Mars. Now I'm questioning myself. I mean, the motherfucker's red. That motherfucker's red. Everything. Come on. Yeah, that was pretty dope to see. Which is what makes that equally dope. Because that happens a lot more than I realize. Or if it's weird that I can see planets. No, that's actually more cool. I think all the things that I keep on calling weird are actually just cool. It's kind of weird. I feel like they're watching me. This guy's totally lost his fucking noodle. This is actually normal. What time is it? 9? Oh man, that gummy's about to kick in. I can feel it. Well, I had the one from this afternoon. And then I went home, I did my thing. I wrote for a while. Did I watch anything? Nah. I just wrote. I was writing about what I was writing, what we were doing, and excuse me. Because the last entry I wrote, I was going out to smoke a cigarette, and then I was coming back to read my journal, and then hours later, I come back, so I had to kind of explain what was going on. This way, if I ever read that page again in the future, and it jumps, I know, oh, this was that time. Okay, I remember this. The plan for the night? I don't know. I really have no idea. I'm doing this for the next 40 minutes and then I'm going back home. Maybe I'll stop at 7-Eleven because I need some water. What kind of permanent effects this is having? Oh. God. Where do we start? I don't even think I can be classified. I don't. I mean, technically, just based on what I read, I could see a splash of schizophrenia, dissociative disorder, depression, hyper-depression, hyper-anxiety, imposter syndrome. What the fuck is that? It's a plane. It's a plane banking. Jesus Christ. Yeah, 'cause it's dark and it's kind of banking to one side, so all the lights were showing on the bottom. It looked like a cross. Still does. That's so fucking weird. What the fuck? I think for now on, every time I say something's weird, it just automatically means it's cool. Oh, hold up. All right. I don't, Yeah. Let's go with that. Right now. Actually, no. You know what? Hold up. Hold on, Doomslayer. There we go. Just needed to change the soundtrack. You know what? Hold on. This song, it's like makes me flash back to fucking New Hampshire. I used to play it on loop in the fucking hotel. Alright, let's try this. See how this goes. Panacea. Hurricane. Makes me think of my special lady friend. Could really use some water right now. Oh, one time I came down here. I came down there. I go to sometimes I'll break the rules and I'll go to the stop sign. And there's this house behind those trees. And there's this dude, this old G that fucking that lives there. And when it's nice out, dude comes out. and be smoking cigarettes. So I've been walking this for years. So once in a while, we'll say what's up. Well, I think one time I bummed a cigarette off of him. But this one night, I was fucking walking by the tree, and my inside voice is like, just take a couple more steps. Just go to the end of the street. And I go to the end of the street, and a fucking dude is sitting there. And I look over, I got my headphones on, I look over, and he was talking to me. So I took the headphones off, we started hitting it. And he's like, yo, man, why don't you come up and have a couple drink? All right. So we sat on the porch, dude broke out some beers, we were drinking and bullshitting. Dude was a fucking gangster as hell. We ended up sitting out there fucking for most of the night. And at the same time, my lady friend, her grandfather wasn't doing too well in the hospital, so she was at the hospital with him that night. And I wanted to remember to check on her, but I was getting fucking wasted with this dude. So at one point, we drank all the liquor, and he's like, yo, man, why don't we go to the liquor store? We'll go get some more. All right. So we get to the liquor store. I had to sit in the car because while we were up there, he's telling me about bitches. How, man, bitches is good for one thing. And as he's talking, like, I get it. But, and I know it wasn't personal, but when he was talking like that, I was thinking about my lady friend. I'm like, yeah, you're pushing it, bud. You're pushing it. I didn't say it. I zipped my lip and just let him talk because I got it. I get it. Different schools of thought. But then I started going into this fucking hyper anxiety attack. I think we smoked a joint too. He didn't normally smoke weed, but he just happened to have a joint around, so we fucking smoked that thing. And and I'm sitting in the fucking car, I'm like, dude, just go. I gotta fucking sit here. So while we're sitting there, I'm just sitting in the passenger seat of his car, just kind of writhing and just trying to find a spot that I can position my body so I didn't fucking puke all over the place. And it didn't work. I had to fucking jack the door open. I fucking puked all over the ground. But I didn't get in his car, which I was glad. That's the one thing I was kind of worried about. So, yeah. Then he gives me a pill, and he's like, "Here, just take this." I'm looking at it, and mind you, it's hard to explain, but alcohol doesn't affect me the way that it used to. Like I still have, like I have a conscious wits to me that like I know what's going on. And then thinking in my head, I'm like, don't take that. just don't take that. Please. Just do me a huge favor and don't put that in your mouth. So I put it in my mouth. But then I had to puke again, so I spit it out. I put it in my mouth because I was planning on spitting it out, but luckily, like, I had to fucking puke again. So we get back to his place. Oh, well, no, because what happened was I started fucking puking. I realized that it wasn't so much the alcohol. It wasn't the alcohol that was doing it. It was the anxiety that I was feeling. But because of the drinking, it like dialed the fucking anxiety up to Thor levels. Because I remember fucking leaning out of the car, fucking puking, and I'm like, I just fucking puked up Thor's hammer! And then we got back to his house and I was still fucking puking. I'm like leaned over his porch, just puking into the grass. Like, yes! Because I knew, like I said, I knew it wasn't entirely just the alcohol. The alcohol was the inhibitor of it, yeah, but what was also happening was I was breaking out of fucking like subconscious blocks, insecurities. but it required me going to a point of an anxiety shock that made me throw up. It was the alcohol. Motherfucker, I know what the fuck it was. Because I know the anxiety that I was feeling when it was happening. But my nerves were so fucking just dialed the fuck up that, like, it was all working in conjunction with each other. Plus, I thought I was getting kidnapped. That was another thing. Like, I'm not making it home tonight. Maybe ever. But I think after a little bit, his lady friend came outside, and she was like really cool. She was really awesome. She held my hand. She called me sugar. And I think she said she saw bright things in my future too. She was very sweet. Then I went home. Oh, well, no, then I went for a walk. Just to kind of to gauge myself, to make sure I wasn't too fucked up. Because I spent a lot of time drinking, so I know a couple tricks on how to sober up. And I know that when you vomit, like it sobers you up a little bit. Sometimes a lot. Many times I've gotten so drunk where I was seeing like 2 and 3s of things. You just shove your fingers down your throat, puke up a couple times, boom, you're done, ready. Let's go, back at it. Something about getting the excess alcohol out of your system, it kind of, out of my system, would help me see a little bit straighter and get some of my composure back. But then I would go right back at it, so. So when I was walking, I realized like I wasn't like totally out of my wits. So that's when I went to go check on her, or well, at least called to check on her. I don't know, like I get all mushy, so I just gotta like do the things, you know. I don't know if they're even recognized, but which is fun. It's just like sometimes I just gotta do it. Like, I gotta say how my friend is. Yeah, but I'm also like a hyperly emotional person. I cry when I watch movies and books. What was that movie, Maleficent? I fucking cried during Maleficent. I cried like a motherfucker. Star Wars, cries. Thor, cries. I cried during Thor. So it's so heartbreaking when Jane dies. Spoiler. And then the whole cancer thing. It's like all my nightmares. Like, oh man. I don't like flap cakes. You like flap cakes? Eat them. No, what I did was I we're almost there. Oh, for fuck's sake, man. There we go. Oh my god. Nah, sometimes I like to put on dark drum and bass. Dark step. Because sometimes it helps, like... You know how, like, the Jedi draw on the Force for extra energy boost? It's the same thing with the dark side. It's like... soak it in. It's like thinking evil. EVOL. It's like looking at the cool side of being a bad guy. A villain. Boy. Yeah, but sometimes it's a nice, like, energy boost that comes along with it. I mean, I've never did it while I was recording myself, but it's just one of those things. It's like, you just gotta take my word for it. I mean, just like you gotta take my word for it that there's even music playing right now, because for one reason or another, I could be lying. Yeah, but for me, the music is like... music has been like a huge part of my life since I was, for as long as I remember. Like, I think one of my earliest memories is seeing that fucking Dire Straits song, "I Want My Own TV." I feel like that's all I did when I was a kid, was play music, listen to video, play video games, listen to music, and watch movies. I mean, I had friends, but when I was with my friends, we would just cause trouble. Break shit, steal shit. Find new and creative ways to get in trouble. Get into fights. No, I just had this idea of, like, Joker and Harley Quinn. I feel like that would be the cutest relationship ever. If he was committed to it, like, I feel like if he put crime on the back burner and just, like, allowed himself to indulge the lady, I feel like Joker would have had a much more fulfilling life. Well, I mean, then again, I can't judge. I respect what the man was doing. Like, I get it. Things can't stay the same forever. Whoa. Here we go. Yep. 7. I get freaked out when I see people. It's a thing. Yeah, I don't like people riding up on me either. Yeah, it's not like I didn't have friends. I just like to spend most of my time by myself. One night I was out here. I think I was walking down there. I had my headphones on, and I was recording for my lady friend. Because sometimes I'll just talk for a while, because I need to talk. But just walking one night, I was down here. It was fucking late, and I didn't hear it until they were like almost not right up on me, but close enough where I was like, "Oh fuck." It was like 3 dudes on dirt bikes. And I think I was high as hell at the time. And I couldn't fucking hear what they were saying, but I noticed the light coming up and I turned around and I saw them, so I kind of lifted my headphone just out of instinct, and I heard them saying something. I don't know if they were talking to me or if they were just yelling to each other. I heard these fucking dudes ripping down this fucking walk path, screaming some kind of shit. I don't know. I was fucking shit my pants, because I'm thinking, in my head, I'm in a fucking Mad Max land. Because this is literally the crossroads right here. This is like, not that it's fucking bad over there. It's just like this place, but different. And I was told I'm not allowed to go on that side of the street anymore. So, but I do like this walking path because it's separated enough. Like there's a hospital right there. There's a big open field right here. I practice my golf over there. And the houses are kind of set back, so I can come over here, and you can see people coming either way. So I'll come out here, I'll lose my shit. Like I'll fucking go absolutely fucking berserk, fucking flailing my arms. One time I was chasing some guy, he wasn't there. I mean, he was there, but this, the woods, the walking trail. My method to staying sane is to allow myself to lose myself from time to time, but it's just from doing it enough times I know that there's no actual losing myself. I always come back. But those frustrations, that anger, like all that shit that I hold in, that really doesn't belong to anybody else, I come out here and I act it out. If you want to call it acting it out, I live it out. But that's why I come out and do it by myself, because this isn't polite conversation talk sometimes, especially if I'm directing it at myself, which I have to do from time to time. Like sometimes if I catch myself pointing the finger too much, I gotta dial it right back. Those are just the breaks. It's like there's not much you can do about that. If you're gonna point the finger, you gotta point it back. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. Sorry, I took the money. It's a Cheech and Chong reference. Pee Wee Herman was wearing a big dinosaur tail. Screaming about a hamburger train. 46, 20 minutes. Start going towards 7-Eleven. No, I just kind of feel like I don't know, part of me wants this to get boring eventually, but I don't know if it's ever gonna. I just saw this old Facebook post from 3 years ago that popped up today. You live on social media? Yeah, I think so. I mean, hey, if it's helping. Yeah. It actually makes the crazy in my head start making so much more sense. I don't have too many of those, like, nah, this isn't really happening, is it? Nah, it can't be. I don't believe that. Nah, this is gonna be one of those things that just blows up in my face. Like that. Gah. I mean, the thing is, like, I can't really not do it either. It's just I've grown so comfortable with the camera, doing this in front of the camera, that it's just like, it's actually helping. Oh, that was a big barbecue. Wish I was invited. Big table. What looks like a giant, big slab of meat. All right, so what do we got? We got like 15 minutes left. 7-Eleven's about 6 minutes away. We'll go to the next block or something. What do I gotta do when I go home? I mean, I could go through Darth Plagueis. I mean, there's still some shit in there. Like, I don't. The past couple days, I've been listening to that book. Like, I've been taking away so much, and it's like, Yeah, yes, fuck yes, abso-fucking-lutely. Because I could see how some of the the lessons that Plagueis is teaching Sidious, how they can be applied in a practical manner. Even at the same time learning from their mistakes. Well, maybe not mistakes, but their perceived failures. And successes. And actually turning their failures into success. By going, okay, well, this is how I would get around that. Like, a big one is the Sith rule of two. Like, I think Palpatine would have been much wiser if he had a female counterpart instead of Darth Vader. Like, maybe keep Darth Vader in the position that he was in, but have a Dark Lady of the Sith too, to be like his counterpart, and then rule as Emperor and Empress. This way that there's that counterbalance in the Force. But I think the issue was that he was just so polarized to the dark that it wasn't going to work. Because I think it would need someone like Rey. Rey had it, like that balance of the light and the dark in her. Kylo Ren did at the end, but he died, so. Well, see, my thing is when it comes to Star Wars, like if you look at the reasoning behind why the Republic had to go in the first place, I mean, once you put people in charge, once you put like entities in charge, they get all corrupt, it gets all fucked up. Now, if there was like a council, and mind you, why didn't the Jedi do it? Because the Jedi could have. They could have taken over anytime they wanted. There wasn't a counterbalance. It would have been way too one-sided. And the power probably would have corrupted the fuck out of them. More than what they already were. But what they probably needed was like half a council of Sith and half a council of Jedi. I think that would have worked out. Or one Jedi and one Sith working together. That probably would have been wise. Nah, but I was even getting what they were saying in The Rise of Skywalker, because, by that point it was like, all right, yeah, the Jedi, the Sith, they're just religions. Don't even worry about it. Take the label off of it. It still does the same thing. Yeah, so you would need two, like, at least two. I would say start with two, because once you get more than two, then it's like there's all this brain fucking involved, and eventually one person gets all bent out of shape because of something the other person did, and then it turns into a who is better than who competition. Although, you could build a network. It would have to be like a form of decentralized management, though. I think that would be the key to having a real, like, empire, is that, hooray, everyone's the emperor now. Good job, everybody. Well, how does that work? Who's going to tell everyone what to do? Well, see, that's the thing, is nobody's telling anybody what to do. Because you're as much my boss as I am your boss. I am no less your boss than you are my boss. Ooh. No, I want a ice cream sandwich. 55. You know, I think this can run out before we get there. But even Luke, like, I mean, the extended universe, the Star Wars Legends made a lot more sense with Mary Jade. That story was a lot cooler. That was another thing. I cried when Kylo Ren died. I was so sad. After they kissed, I was like, "Aw, I'm waiting 3 movies for this." And then fucking they kill the guy. I wanted to see them have little Force babies. But I don't think he could have survived anyway. He had to die. It was all that shit he did. It's like, you had a chance to live your life and you spent it killing people and destroying lives. So, here, you can give her life back, but you gotta go. But I'm also a softie, so I think that there was a dimension where there was a reality, a timeline. Because even Yoda said that the future is always in motion, like it doesn't have a set point. So there was a version of the future where they did have the Force babies, so that makes me happy. Oh, you know what I just downloaded today? Was the book that Star Wars was based on. Splinter in the Mind's Eye. I've never read it. I've read every goddamn Star Wars book except for that one. That's not true. I have not read even close. I didn't read a lot of them. Probably why I know Star Wars universe better than I know my own. Do I think Star Wars history is real? Yeah, absolutely. I believe the Force wanted to reveal itself. So, in a way that people who could see it. And actually put a name on it for once. For sure. Totally. It's like the force behind God. And Satan. God, Satan. Satan, God. Heavenly Father and Hell Daddy. That reminds me, I got two more deities came to me last night. Because I figured Mr. Toxic and Miss Kitty, they kind of, he and she who sit on high. And then you have Mr. Demon and Miss Hellfire, who are on the throne below. And I'm thinking, like, what about Neptune? But does he have a female counterpart? But I have this deck of Norse gods, and one of the gods I got introduced to was this goddess of the sea, which made me go, oh shit. The Norse have a female god of the sea. That's awesome. So there is a counterpart. And I think I looked into it, and her husband is kind of like the association with Neptune. So last night I'm thinking, all right, well, who would be the Neptune? And I don't know her name. I'm sorry. And then the names came to me. Miss Water Kitty? No, yeah, Miss Water Kitty and Splash Daddy. So there's two more. And the fucked up thing is, it makes sense because I'm looking at them as the higher intelligences of my cerebrum, my limbic system, and our complex. That's how they explained it to me last night. I mean, is it really that hard to believe that the our complex and the limbic system both have higher functionality? They're not I know humans only discovered them however long ago and put names on them, but they have existed for a while. They've had a lot of time to evolve. Especially some kind of rudimentary consciousness. Hey.
No.
You done?
Yeah, finally.
Good for you.
Finally done.
All right. How you doing, my friend? No. It's not smart. That's smart. Oh. Ice cream sandwich. I don't know if it's gonna make it. We don't do. Nah, I guess when I get home, probably just gonna just these two. I don't know, I might just go back to one of the books or perfect. Thank you. Cool. Thank you, sir. Huh. Wow, I'm like, it's like really high. I know, it looks delicious. Oh my god. This is so fucking good. I love ice cream sandwiches. This would be so much better if it was chocolate chip cookie dough. I think that's like a winning combination right there. What? It's still going. It's so good. I think it's a lime wax track. Oh. God damn it. Aha, aha, aha. Aha, aha. My pants are falling down. Might be because of my diet. Which needs an adjustment. That's for fucking sure. I need money so I can get back on healthy food. I wish people just wanted to give me money because I was smart. Hey, just do whatever the fuck you want with it. It's out. Now what? I don't know. I might just go back to that book. It's only got about like an hour and a half, 2 hours left on it. I've been cranking out like a hour or two every morning for the past couple mornings, so it's almost done. I won't be able to read it this fast. And be able to enjoy it. Plus, I like having people read to me. Audible kind of fulfills a couple different needs. It also fulfills a little bit of a mommy need too. And it's like what? When I lie in bed, I get my blankie. I got my 50-pound blanket, my unicorn. You gotta keep the self-care keep the self-care work in the bed. That's the best place for it. That's where I do all my work. My bed is my room is my office. Oh. Oh, okay. Case closed. Oh. Why would they lie? No. Definitely not saying that. Why? Because I'm wondering the same thing that you're about to ask me. Yeah. If it's not true, then why would they say it? Let me back up to about 30 seconds ago when I said I was wondering the same thing. Well, maybe because they would prefer me to be the bad guy over them? I don't know if that's a... I don't know if that's a little, like, forward, but, I mean, I don't see why that's not possible, you know what I mean? Because you also got to ask yourself, like, if it wasn't true, then where would he come up with all this stuff? Because this is pretty, like, privileged information that he's... And the fact that you, like, disconnected his account after he brought attention to it kind of, like, raises a couple red flags. You don't think? What? Hello? Hello, sister. How are we? After what? Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay. Oh, hey, how you doing? Not too bad. Thank you. I do. I do. I mean, it's not everything. There's still like $320 worth of hotel reimbursement. Does it? I guess so. But then again, I also assumed that it was retro commission from when I was in Lancaster. Well, that's the thing is I asked him about that because I wanted to know. Nothing yet. I actually just emailed him last night. Just again to go, hey, I appreciate all the effort that you guys put into this. I got the check. Thank you. But, right, like, there is the other 7 matters that I brought up. So, what's going on? Yeah. Well, you know, even last night I was out here having a cigarette, and I like I heard the one guy in my head, because I don't know, it just popped into my head. I'm out here and I hear the one guy go, "Here, just give him something to shut him up." And I'm thinking about that. I'm like, is that literally what they did? They just threw me some money to shut me up? Yeah. So no, I'm not gonna fly with that. Sorry. I appreciate it, but yeah, exactly. And even the travel, like if if you can pay other people are getting paid for it, but the excuse given to me was an alteration of what I heard originally. So what's the story? Yeah. Yeah, I let it happen. I mean, I can't. It's not the people I was. Yeah. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah. It's new. Well, I've been just taking as much advantage of my time as I can. I've been doing a lot of writing. I've been doing. I just finished up my that journal project I was telling you about, where I was doing the. Yeah. Well, I finished up half of it. I'm officially 6 signs done. There's 6 more. So that's huge. Like, and it's amazing to actually go back and reread them from a different perspective, because it's like I remember Kim has my one, so she sent me some pictures of the last couple pages I needed today to finish this project up. So when I was reading it, like I felt really cringy about it, you know, because I was in because this was June 12th of 2018, so I was like in a completely different mindset. So going back to it, I was kind of like hesitant, but I've been working on the Geminis. So the whole ride through the Gemini journals has been amazing. It was really cool. But just going back there, it's just kind of like tough. But I did it. I did it. I even recorded myself doing it so that I could like talk myself through it. It was tasty, but it was cool to kind of go back to it and see my perspective and actually agree with myself, and even see that I realized what I was doing, and then realized why I was doing it. So it was like going back and being all right. I wasn't so out of it as I thought. I was just working through it. Go me. Which was good. It put the other half of my brain to use. So other half of my mind to use. But what else? What else we got? Oh, I hope so. Oh, fuck, man. That good. It looked good. You probably should. Man, what else I got? Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, I'm still in my gummy routine, which is really good. It's helping a lot with stuff. Killing it. I don't think so. Yeah. Okay. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, that's what, I mean, I haven't been eating Delta 8s, but. Oh, shit. Oh, that's a perfect time to do it. Is he? Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, that's cool. All right, cool. All right, cool. Very, very cool. Okay. You gonna stay here? Are you gonna stay here? Oh my god, that'd be so much fun. Yeah. Oh, that'd be perfect. Oh, we can go eat at Mike's restaurant. Oh, I love that fucking idea. I love it. It's the best.